In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my live trading session. We're looking at S&P 500 and-mini futures, the ES. The time frame is 2000 tick chart, which is very similar to 1 minute chart. And we can see that we have bearish downtrend working lower. Now, as a price action trader, I'm not using indicators. I have only one indicator. This is the EMA, the 21 bar. But this is mainly a supportive indicator. But I'm relying on the candles as they are telling me the story as they are being printed on the chart. So the story right now is we have bearish bias. I'm looking for some nice channel. I'm eyeing this potential spike and a channel pattern. It fits quite nicely off the lows. And right now the trend is down. I'm not buying and I'm thinking about high probability setups at the key entry points. The short-term uptrend has a break and is attempting to create new extreme. You can see the trend line got confirmed, but it's still a little bit too sideways and the uptrend was in place. So I didn't like selling. It worked for a scalp at the key entry point. What I would like to see, a nice push and creating the new extreme for this uptrend, which would tell me that the bullish correction play out. And then I would like to see push below EMA and confirm the bearish momentum and look to sell. We have high impact news in a few minutes, so I gotta be a little bit more careful. Alright, cheers. I'm resuming the video as we have a great lower high confirmation setup, but it is right where the high impact news are announced. If it wasn't for news, this would be a great high probability setup to take a chance because it is closing right below EMA, right off the trend channel line, confirming the second entry short and what also was a felt second entry long. So it's a shame I can't really take it because it is right around the news and I just don't really want to be taking a chance. But I'll let the news subside for a bit and then we will see if we can create the new extreme for this downtrend. There ended up being a nice second entry short, which the trend down was so strong that the bulls didn't manage to create the new extreme fully. They touched the resistance and we have a new high, first entry long, second entry long failure, new low, first entry short, second entry short. So two high probability setups in one, great high probability setup. You can see at the key entry point and the bearish trend is down, so we expect new extreme. It's a shame we couldn't take this trade right here. Such a great trade, but it was right around the news, so there's going to be plenty of setups either way. Zoom in the video as I'm going to take second entry short off the range highs because uptrend played out with the break, new extreme. We have a new low, first attempt to sell, pull back, second attempt to sell, and we have a massive bearish tier 1 reversal bar. It trapped all the bulls going long directly into the resistance. While the uptrend played out with the break new high, there was a strong momentum, so I was a little bit late to catch this setup and it looks like we may have. And it's gone. The scalp was made and I need to cancel my order now. So the bias is still bearish, even though we have a chance for a wider uptrend. I'm leaning more bearish because we traded down and this was a proven trading range. Very flat EMA, a lot of price swings up and down. So right now, basically all I'm doing is just waiting for prices to go back into trading range and give me some nice high probability setup. So finally, I'm resuming the video as we have a confirmed downtrend working lower. I was waiting for this push down the entire time, but we never managed to get a felt second entry long below EMA. So when I'm not sure, I'm not even touching it. So I was waiting this entire area out because I was more bearish, but we never managed to push through this support. And finally, now that the uptrend played out, there's a strong push down, so I can finally start looking to sell. So this was quite confusing area for me. I was sitting patiently because I don't want to be guessing. I want to make sure I understand the bias correctly. I have the right key entry point and I have the right high probability setup. Downtrend is new extreme. We have a pullback to the EMA. So right now what I'm expecting a second entry short to like a pullback to get the new extreme for the turnaround rule. Let's see if the EMA is going to hold and if you can get a nice second entry short. Alright, sure. So I'm resuming the video as I entered a failed second entry long. I'm going to go for a tick target profit. We have a new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long failure. Great bullish bar below the EMA, all the bulls got trapped, and this downtrend needs to get new low, and this uptrend played out with the break and a new high. So there's a failed second entry long below the EMA. I'm scalping 6 contracts, leaving 1 contract as a runner. The signal bar is a little bit sketchy, but because there's a failed second entry long below EMA, I really believe we can trap some bulls and create the scalp. I was hoping for a nice second entry short rejection of the EMA, but we pushed above, which means I need to wait for prices to push back below EMA to confirm the bearish momentum again. New high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long failure. The downtrend needs to get new extreme. The EMA keeps rejecting. Even this lower high got rejected off the EMA strongly. Come on. A couple more ticks. We still have room to get up before reaching the new low for the downtrend, going to trendline rules. And there is no bigger uptrend right now to be concerned about. So I see bearish bias clearly. I can also draw even potentially wider channel now that I'm looking at it. something like this, which is confirming my analysis even more. So now I'm really going to hold this setup. Nothing I can do. I entered it. It will either work or it won't. And I'm going to move to the next one. Alright, we're bouncing off my exit order, but we need to tick through. We generally need a one more push lower, although we are early in the queue, so we could have gotten out on just touching it, but we didn't. We just bounced off the order. Hopefully we will push through soon.
Target filled.
And we got out. So I'm gonna place my stop loss to break even, because anything we make right now is just a bonus. Prices are coming back for a runner. Alright traders, so we got stopped out on our runner. We have an uptrend working higher, we have a two-legged pullback, but notice the signal bar is still not fully at exponential moving average, which can result into a trap. So I'm waiting this setup out. Not interested because I want to see prices pull back closer to the key entry point. Prices keep continuing working higher. We had actually a good second entry long. We had a second entry long here, but you can't take it because it is far away from the EMA. The next time you will take it, you will get trapped on the double trap, so you have to skip this. Then you had a gorgeous second entry long, but your first tight channel has a break new high, and because there's such a clear sideways break and the bullish bar is so strong, once the close is so strong above EMA, there's a chance there's a possible wider channel in play. But I wasn't trusting this when I was watching this live, which I should have, because it's a great setup because how strong it closed. So good second entry long and EMA rejection here, EMA rejection here, and because the bullish momentum keeps working higher, it's getting confirmed again. I have to look for channels. So this is the channel I'm playing. I'm looking for two-legged pullback at the key entry point. So we have a second entry long here, but I cannot take it because we are not full at the EMA. It is an inside bar. I wanted to see trigger below this bar, getting tested by the EMA, and then continue reversing higher. That never happened, so I cannot take this inside bar this far away from the EMA because the downtrend doesn't have fully new extreme. There can be a second leg down, so I'm definitely waiting this one out. Alright traders, I'm resuming the video as I'm going to take a larger visual two-legged pullback. We also have somewhat of a triple test. The uptrend needs to get new extreme. This is a big bullish bar. I'm going with the limit order one tick back, and we got filled. So I'm going to place my stop loss one tick below the single bar. I'm going to go for 6 tick target profit. I'm going to keep my run at these highs, and I can see somewhat of a triple test. We close above EMA. This is a big bullish bar. The worry is we don't have fully new extreme for the downtrend, but micro double bottom is close enough, and it's such a strong bullish bar. I'm definitely risking this setup right here. Yeah, I definitely should have used deeper limit order. I really wanted to use deeper limit order, and now get punished for this because we already would have been out. You can see the setup is overall quite big, so the deeper limit order is definitely makes sense here. And we got stopped out. Alright, so we had a little fake out here, triple test, quadruple test, but I couldn't have re-entered because my signal bar was really bearish. But this is a great setup that you can definitely re-enter because now the downtrend fully played out with the break new extreme. I was just a tad early, but normally I like to re-entering these, but here the signal bar was still quite bearish body, so there was no way for me to catching this trade, unfortunately. Alright traders, so I'm resuming the video quickly as we have great double trap. I tried to really put my limit order as fast as I can, but the momentum was so strong the bar instantly dropped. There's still a chance we may get filled here because we have a new low, first entry short, second entry short, but the second entry short was so far away from EMA you cannot take. Now we have a break new high testing the EMA, and we have a great double trap breaking new high at the key entry point, and the downtrend needs to get new extreme. I just hope the prices will come back and hit our limit order. Come on. And we missed the setup, unfortunately. We're not getting very lucky today because take a look what a runner we would have been. This would have been absolutely easy trade. Nothing we can do. We have now massive overshoot. You're very close to this kill. Actually, if we were a little bit closer here, I would have definitely don't mind buying here because you're going to be combining the overshoot with the key level. But because you still have some room here, I'm not going to pick the bottom here. It's just way too aggressive. So I'm going to wrap it up. There were no good, clean, easy, high probability setups I would like. Overall, fairly easy day to navigate. A lot of good high probability setups, and the market structure was quite predictable. We had a gorgeous double trap. At the EMA, you can see visual two-legged pullback. Uptrend played out to break new extreme. This would have been a trade of the day. You would have managed to catch some gigantic runner. Notice the price action rules. Uptrend working higher with the break, you expect new extreme, and then market reverse. And most breakouts of trailing engines will fail. So it's not uncommon at the bottom for buyers to step into the market, and at the top for sellers to step into the market. Now there was a visual two-legged pullback that I took, but I made a mistake. I should have used deeper limit order. Why? Well, because when you're entering a double bar entry, notice that this bullish bar is twice the size of this initial bar. So you cannot enter with limit order so far up because the scalp is basically almost made. You could have entered at the close had the bearish bar been much higher, the high of this bar, but since this bar is so tiny, you definitely need to use the limit order, and it would have been good for a scalp. Then you can re-enter on a beautiful triple test, because this time the downtrend has a break and a new low, so you know that you're going to reach the new extreme according to trendline rules. But on my chart, the single bar was not that great. You need to have slightly better body so you can re-enter. Then we had a great two-legged pullback, second entry long at the exponential moving average. Downtrend working lower. You expect second entry short, but it formed above EMA. Break new high, indicating that the bullish correction is over. First entry long, pullback, second entry long. You expect the new low for the downtrend. And we have first leg down, break, second leg down. There was quite decent aggressive second entry short. I'm going to reset the count here. First entry short, second entry short. Uptrend has a break, new high. And then two great high probability setups at the very beginning, nicely confirming the trend line. Sellers attempted to create the new extreme after a break. This was really a textbook lower high. And even the second entry short was great, but both very close to news. So fairly easy day. You can see the trend line rule is followed fairly quickly. We got a little bit unlucky today because here was the momentum very strong and we didn't manage to get filled here, so we missed absolutely beautiful setup. And here we misplaced the limit order, which ended up costing us a trade. But it is part of trading. Sometimes you will have even mechanical issues. You will sometimes press a buy button instead of sell button. So these things will happen and you can't really get angry or upset. It's just part of trading. Sometimes you will just misclick, and that is how it goes. When I'm recording my session, it's generally much harder for me to take the trade in time because I want to make sure the recording is done properly. So for that reason, you see me missing more setups than usual. But when I'm trading normally, I don't miss that many setups. The limit orders generally tend to get filled. So I hope you had a good trading day. I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.